of them there and there and there and everywhere. Now most people associate tales of little people, that being Disney's Tinkerbell, and leprechauns throughout all the world, with the British Isles, Ireland, and Scotland. But do we ever hear of them here in North America? Who knows? But in fact, one nation does, that of the Iroquois, have many tales, long lost, but are still there. Most little people sightings are found here on battlegrounds, or there, in long forgotten wars. But today, we consider the Roycroft a spiritual place, with many sightings of little people there in the basement, running around creating mayhem, and up on the floors, knocking on doors and pounding the walls. You ever thought? I'm alive. So I leave you with this thought for this evening, on whether there are little people in this nation, and I ask you to venture that way to meet my friend, the anti-hover #1.
I'm going to tell you a story about Mr. Albert Hubbard. He was the founder of the Roycroft, and he was a middle-sized white guy, and he had long white hair, and he wore a lot of dark clothes, and he had a trademark white hat. Now, to imagine this white hat, imagine you have a white hat, and you lend it to your Uncle Lenny, and you get it back 4 months later at the next family reunion, it's a little beat up. That's the Albert Hubbard hat. Now, there's a ghost commonly seen around here in what's called the Roycroft Zone. It's called the Anti-Hubbard. And the Anti-Hubbard, it looks just like Albert Hubbard, but something's a little bit off. Just something's wrong. Now, a sighting of the Anti-Hubbard was back in 1978 at a disco wedding. And this disco wedding was so crazy that the lights were so crazy that all the power went out. So two guys, neighbor handyman and his best friend, went downstairs to see what was wrong and go and reboot the fuses. And so when they went downstairs, they saw the Anti-Hubbard. And when they saw it, they were so scared. So the friend just left his drawer and never came back. He was so scared. But then the handyman was so enamored with the Roycroft that he brought his bed downstairs and just slept there to try to find the Anti-Hubbard again. I don't know why he would do it, but he did. Now, so you can get an idea of what the Anti-Hubbard looks like. It looks a little bit like this. Now, to tell me a little more about this, let's turn the whole shop over.
I'm the hallway stalker. I'm the kind of ghost that likes to do my work invisibly. I think you might have some misconceptions about the way we ghosts work. You might think that we do all our haunting in every part of the house, but that's kind of tiring. With the dead, I'm so tired. So we have two major zones of activity that account for about 80% of the sightings and reports here at the Roycroft Inn. The first is the afternoon tower, which you'll see in a little bit, and the second is right behind us in between these two palms, right in the middle of the hotel. And it's a stretch of probably 3 or 4 hotel rooms, which is where I'll do my work. But it's on every floor, basement, first, second, third. So you might think there's something under the hotel, like a cave or spring or
the founder of the Roycroft. He was a middle-sized white guy with long white hair.
Anyway, so in the 70s and 80s is when the most reports of my hauntings came about. And in the 70s and 80s, the Roycroft Inn was a low-key restaurant and bar. And it attracted, young bar-type people and people in between, we got some colorful characters. But then again, the Roycroft is always drawn some colorful characters. So at that time, there was a group of men that were just bent on finding and seeing nobody's ever seen me. They'd be driven crazy because I'd run down the hallways at night and they'd hear these footsteps and they'd look out and nobody would be there. Or I'd turn the doorknob without knocking. Or I'd sneeze behind them. And they turned to say, God bless you. And nobody would be there. I filled the hallways with this sort of energy that terrified people. Oh, you're fun though. I never hurt anyone. But like I said, nobody's ever seen me. So I can appear to you in any form I want. I could appear to you as a tall, beautiful young woman. Or not. Some of my other forms aren't so appealing. But you got this one tonight, so lucky you. Now, if you'll continue, you might meet my friend, the little girl ghost. She'll be here. Here she comes. She's always skipping around.
Hi, I'm the little girl ghost. I'm one of the most commonly seen active ghosts in the Roycroft and across the United States. They say there are 5 or 6 other little girl ghosts across East Aurora, although none of them have prepared me over to sleep over. I'm most often found up in the hallways, running around.
We don't do our...
I'm usually there, running around early in the morning or late at night, trying to find families that just aren't there anymore. Adults will often come out to try to find me, thinking I'm a lost child.
The rest of your tower, which is around that corner, I think you'll...
But I don't want to be found.
And the
You
other
should
one
see the looks on their faces when I vanish right before their eyes. Priceless. The other place that I'm most often found is down in the basement. It's really nice down there, dark and gloomy. Although the disco weddings they have down there are fun sometimes. So
most of the reports.
this one time back in '98, this big macho guy, like the bartender in the back, came down to try to find me. He heard me crying. Big old meat spider down there. So he came down to try to find me, and because I didn't want to be around, I just wanted to have a little fun. He came back, crept back to the back corner where I was sitting, and then ran out as fast as he could. When I went to the other side of the basement. He didn't come down there again. So now that you've heard my story, if you continue around the corner, you'll find the rest of my ghostly friends.
Usually looks like his old self. He's like a mid-sized guy, white, long hair, and long hair. As a ghost, Hubbard has been reported to haunt the top of the tower, especially this tower right here. And turns out it's called the Ruskin Room, and it was his private study. It's also said that reported that he was a great lover of female species. And to find him interested in a sweet young thing would not be a stretch, even as a ghost. Speaking of which, I've got a story that this ghost is around just for the night. In the late 1970s, a young woman took a job here and started closing up. And she gave no one the impression that she was having a story. I call her actually the young, naive waitress. Kidding or not, but it's pretty for me because she wanted me. She was a total newcomer to the Roycroft. Her parents had moved here to be college professors in the SUNY system. She was a young college student herself, so she moved back to stay with them for the summer. And she'd only been closing the bar for a few weeks. And she started to entertain the rest of the customers and employees, mostly employees at closing time. She would tell stories about the Roycroft. And while she was wiping down the bar, one of the staff would pointed out the window, and it was actually across the street. They were looking across the street. She pointed out the window and said, "That's my car out there, my new car." And I kind of looked at her and said, "That's where your well used to be." The guy's like, "Well, why is it closed up? It's not there. You couldn't put the car in the well." Well, he closed down the well because one of his employees, or several of them, on payday, would buy the connection and throw up into the well. So he closed that down. So after a few weeks or so, one of the employees asked him, "Where have you been getting these stories from? Because, they're not written down anywhere. They're not in books." So she didn't know, detailed information or whatever. And she said, "Well, I sit down and I talk to the old guy. He tells me." And I was like, "What old guy? What are you talking about?" She said, "The one with the long hair." she's describing Albert Hubbard. And the founder of Roycroft. Actually, at the time, it's the world's first tipper. And the odd thing was he was, a white guy with long hair. But he's long since gone. It was 1950. He died in 1950. This is the 70s, so he couldn't have been around. And so he's looking at her like she's nuts. She's like, no, I just talked to him. And it's like he lives up there. That's where I see him. So she, the employee looked at her and she said, well, why don't we go take a look? So we grabbed a few of the guys from they all walked over to the tower. And the tower was a museum at the time, and nobody lived there. So it would be empty. So they go up the stairs. That's the only way to get in there. One stairwell. So they go up the one stairwell, and it's a one-room study. And they opened the door, and they heard a click, and it sounded like a light switch being turned on and off. And they looked up, and on the ceiling was a light fixture, and it's actually referred to as a David Hunter stained glass, very typical of the time. And from the chain from the light swinging back and forth. And so that was interesting. And then we went off in the corner, and there was a rocking chair. And it was a Roycroft style rocking chair. And it was rocking back and forth. And there's nothing that could explain that. There were no animals or humans. And so, anyway, the people got a little scared. And after that whole tour, she got to see that stuff. She didn't stay around.
There's so much more to the story. I just want to say that he was like flesh and blood. To me, when I talked to him, he seemed like totally, normal guy, long hair, hippie. I love hippies, okay? But I realized something else was going on, and I knew that everybody was going to look at me as a freak there. And I felt like a freak, so I left her. Well, since we're telling tales about each other, I've got a tale about the macho young bartender. Some of you may remember that back in the 1970s, the Turgeon Brothers restaurant empire was a local legend. At their peak, the Turgeon Brothers owned 20 restaurant pubs, almost all of them also dance clubs, in short, discos. They had a habit of buying up historic properties like libraries, post offices, and old inns. All you had to do for a good time at one of these places was go up to one of the places on a busy night. They didn't train their waiters, they just said, go up to a table and act like the guys on Miami Vice. They made drinking cool. In the 1970s, the Turgeon Brothers owned the Roycroft, and they didn't focus on it as a hotel so much as a bar and restaurant. And there was a bar right down here called Alibaba's, which is a country disco. Again, country disco. And I like disco, I'm not country disco, but hey. They noticed an unusual phenomenon going on there. They were losing copious amounts of liquor. Yes. They'd order enough whiskey for 10,000 shots, and at the end of the month it was all gone. They had records of selling only 5,000 shots for half the amount, though. The liquor was vanishing, and they were thinking, ghosts? No way. This is human consumption. All the way. The bartenders were giving away the shots. Well, the Turgeon Brothers had a plan to fix this. They hired the macho young bartender, which we will refer to heretofore as MYB. MYB. Here's where we are. He was a nice fellow, just tough enough when he had to be. The MYB, as we'll call him, macho young bartender, heard all the ghost stories and didn't believe any of them. He laughed. At the first staff meeting, he not only called out the staff and said, we're not going to lose any more liquor, but he also called out the ghosts. You want to mess with something? Try a piece of this. And he opened his shirt and pounded his chest. You can probably guess what's going to happen. Let's turn to a night in 1979, a weeknight just a few days after New Year's Eve. One night at the end of the evening, probably around 1 o'clock in the morning, the MYB went downstairs through the kitchen to to the back, to the men's room of Alibaba. In 1 minute, he was back yammering like Ralph Cramden on the Honeymooners. Humana, humana! Humana, humana! He was white as a sheet, and the story goes as this. He stood at the mirror in the bathroom, minding his own business, doing his business, and a feeling came over him of terror. The lights flickered, there was a chill in his neck, there was a sense of terror that settled in with the feeling that he was not alone. He looked behind him, and something dark and cloudy started to manifest. And it had the eyes and the size of chickens. So he freaked out, which probably any one of us would do. So he tore out of there, up the stairs to the kitchen. That's pretty much the end of the story. However, people that Mason Winfield interviewed could never stop laughing when they retold the story because the manager hadn't pulled up his pants all the way in his terror and was wearing powder-concealed boxer shorts for undies. Is this really what macho young bartenders wear? Really? So now you know what the macho guys wear. And you found out the easy way!
These are mine.
Thank you.
Those two, right? Anyway, I am the old shaman. Now, most of you may not know the importance that the native word is, but it was I, along with Mr. Hubbard and his architects, who founded this tower over here. Back when this land was completely flat, it was I who pointed to this spot right here. And Albert was looking at me all confused. He looked at us through. I pointed again, until he finally figured out. He talked to his architects, and then we had this tower built. Now, Mr. Hubbard was known as a wizard, or someone who used dark magic, so every now and then you can find him up there with the lights on, working on his craft. Now, if you follow me right over here, I'd like you to meet another ghost.
We're back.
We're back again.
Oh, she shows up perfectly.
Welcome to the 13 Ghosts of the Roycroft campus. As folklorists call us the White Lady, we are a very common ghostly form to be found. But not all of us are white in skin tone and in coloring. It's just that the most common form that is reported is that of a pale adult female, and so the name just sticks to us all. There are many white ladies in this area, including several in this neighborhood. In fact, there are so many in East Aurora, we have our own entertainment. Did you know that we have our own book club? It's called the City of Light Book Club. We're currently reading a novel called Shades of White. It's a rather ghastly novel. And if you wake in the early morning hours, you might catch a glimpse of us power walking through the Oakwood Cemetery. And as you can see, I'm prepared for that as well. Now you might think we are all the same white lady, but I can assure you we are not. In a nearby home on South Grove, there is a white lady who wears a blue dress. She's often seen moving quietly about on the front porch of the house in which she resides. A little farther south, at the Roycroft Players Pavilion, there is a white lady who wears a brown dress. It's a rather dowdy old thing, but don't tell her I said that. The white lady in this area seems to have quite a range. She's most often seen in the northwest section of South Grove and in many of these buildings on the Roycroft campus. In fact, her favorite spot happens to be where you are standing right now. The old well on the Appian Way. Let me introduce myself. I am the one they call Alice, who still walks. Alice Luann Moore Hubbard was born in 1861 and she died in 1915. She was the second wife to Albert Hubbard, a former school teacher. She was independent, strong, and a very intelligent woman. She was last seen at the age of 53 by her husband's side, moments before Lusitania took its final plunge into the icy Atlantic waters. It's not a stretch of the imagination that she would choose to escape that watery grave, to return here to her beloved Roycroft campus. And so the question remains, am I that Alice? Well, that, my friends, is going to remain a mystery. For both you and I know that you much prefer it that way. However, a short walk down the Appian Way, you will find some candidates who might be more willing to share that kind of information with you, including one rather scary friend in front of the gift shop and the furniture shop. And so, venture forth, if you dare.
For later. Sorry.
You all might have met my friend, the anti-Hubbard one. Maybe it was him who scared the macho young bartender. But that is a time for another story. As you see, this is the furniture shop, built in 1904. It has 2 floors now, but at once there was 3. It all started in 1981 when a fire broke out. 2 strange things occurred on that night. First, on the 3rd floor, as the fire engulfed the 3rd floor, there was a cabinet, an old Roycroft object, heavily ornamented. It was almost as if spirits blocked it from the flames. The second mysterious occurrence is that people saw strange objects moving to and from on the 3rd floor, yet no one was there. Mason asked witnesses on that night what they saw. All agreed that they saw a mysterious, cloaked figure, almost looking as if he was from the Phantom of the Opera, or with a skull for a face. The anti-Hubbard struck again.